down.
Jacket here, so don't.
Little
cold outside.
That's right.
Dave.
Well,
We laughed about that, but then we had a Channel 7 was here one time and he left his.
Oh, yeah.
phone sitting right here.
You always do. You always wonder like that. Probably recording it.
Just-
Did they get a nasty letter from the lawyer that they
Oh, yeah.
eavesdropped in the executive session?
Yeah.
Hold of the camera over there.
Okay, so you got everything, we're recording again?
Recording.
Okay, so we're back in live session. We had several matters before us in the executive session. Of course, no action was taken. So now we're back into the public session. Where we left off, Dave, you were leading us through the loan review. I don't know if you did finish or you won't have anything more to add.
Basically, it's a micro enterprise loan for $40,000. You know, we're gonna get their personal guarantees as much as that works. So I would make a motion for the resolution for further discussion.
I had to read it first. I didn't actually read it yet. Resolution number 04.04.2024.01, resolution for authorizing micro enterprise loan to, I'm gonna call it Druin Distribution Limited. Whereas Druin requested an application for micro enterprise $40,000 working capital to help facilitate refertilizers wholesale revenue growth and continued US expansion, and staff reviewed it and approved the loan in the amount of $40,000 for 5-year amortization with a rate of 6%. Projected to create 2 jobs within the first 3 years. Total project cost is $80,000. Loan will be secured with the lien on all assets of the business, personal guarantees of Joey Druin and Mike Druin, cross corporate guarantee with Refertilizer Inc., along with the Keyman Life Insurance in the amount of the loan. And whereas on March 27th, loan review, which we heard from Dave, give us a recap. They also forwarded this to the full board. So this resolution would, if discussed and approved, would be for $40,000, creation of 2 jobs. I think it says up to 2 jobs, 6% amortization, 6% with a 5-year amortization. So now you motion, okay. Dave Congress has made a motion to accept the resolution. Do we have a second? We'll have discussion still. Second, please.
Second.
That'd be Bill. Any other discussion? Go ahead.
You know, I think that we need to know that that there isn't a lot of collateral with this loan. So basically, we're going on, you know, them being able to
It's the business pitch. It's
produce and like that. So with that, you know,
okay. Well, we'll have a simple vote. All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Well, I think I'm gonna oppose it.
So 3 out of 7. Right, 7? How many we got here? Now I gotta count.
Currently, as it's current.
Lisa, did you vote? I didn't see you doing, I didn't see
I
you
didn't
move.
do, no, because I mean, I didn't raise my hand,
Okay.
but I,
Well, why don't we should we do a roll call to make it
let's do a
easier?
roll call.
Why don't we do a roll call vote to make it easier?
Well, before
Well-
we do a roll call.
I don't want anyone to
would
change
make
their
an
mind.
amendment to the resolution to reduce it to $20,000. Or should it, because if we vote it down, we can't amend it, correct?
Correct. All right.
And
So-
I would respectfully request a second.
So we have a,
I'll second that.
okay. Any discussion on, so we would reduce, all other terms would remain the same, it'd be 40,000, excuse me, 20,000. There's no reason they can't come back for a second tranche, if they're successful in the integration of their business. So we have a first and a second, I guess we have to, we'll still do a roll call vote, because it'll probably be easier, because we still may have some. So the revised resolution will be 20,000 5-year amortization rate of 6%. And nothing else will change. Okay. Why don't we do a roll call vote, please?
Bill,
No.
Dave,
Yes.
Ed,
And this is for the 20.
20.
I would give it the 20. I'll vote yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Lisa. Yes. John,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes. The amended resolution carries.
The other thing I would do is have legal, not spend a lot of money, but look into what is our recourse for personal bad debt in Canada, credit rating, credit report. I mean, as long as if this goes bad, we can track those guys and they'll have consequences on their credit reporting as they move forward in life.
Yeah, I think based on the collateral we're taking, we're gonna have to talk to an attorney in Canada to help us
Okay.
out with just getting,
Because that, to me, that's the only leverage is
Okay.
their ease to walk away and not have any consequences on their credit rating.
I will, just to Dave's point, work with Marshall and Dave. I don't wanna spend $15,000 in legal to secure a $20,000 loan. I mean, I know that sounds stupid, but like, at the end of the day, we're trying to welcome people into Jefferson County to do some business. These are risky loans regardless, yeah.
I mean, it may just be a phone call.
Let's try to figure out what we need to do to take reasonable
$300.
precautions.
The other.
I don't know what the rates are.
The other reality. is-
They're discounted by 80. Just about.
Canadian money. Cheap.
They
You
may-
can go to Alex Bay and get it.
There you go.
The other reality is this may make them walk from the deal altogether. We may not do a loan. So who knows?
Okay, well, thank you for the robust discussion and leading up to this. So we've taken an action. It's not exactly what was presented before, but I think it's reasonable at this point. So that leads us to, I'm gonna do these, I guess, in order according to the agenda. So we have,
We amended the resolution. We now have to vote on the amended resolution.
didn't we just do that?
You voted on.
Amended.
Oh, well, thank you. I thought, okay, so why don't we do a roll call vote, which I'm assuming will follow the same way for the amended resolution to be resolved.
Bill,
No.
Yes.
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 yes. John,
Yes.
Yes. Okay, same score. So I'm gonna do these in order according to what's on the agenda here, so that'll lead us to stuff at the end of the packet, which is page 27 and then 28, and then we'll go back to 24, 25. So we have a amended resolution number, resolution number 12.07.2023.03 amended 04.04.2024 resolution for authorizing revolving loan to, let's see, Sackets Harbor Brewing Hub. What's the P stand for? I guess it's SHBP Realty Holdings LLC. And the only change in here was removing a lien on, I don't wanna have, there's so much in here.
Yeah,
It's removing a lien.
I can tell you what, this is a cleanup resolution. When we got due diligence materials in, it turns out he's operating, Mr. Baba, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yes,
Is operating out of 4 corporate entities. And I think the entity that we had initially listed as the primary borrower is not the real estate holding company. So we had to swap in the proper entity that is actually holding the real estate, which is SHBP Realty Holdings LLC. We also cleaned it up just to make sure that each of the entities are guaranteeing the loan as well as him personally. And then we also wanted to make sure that we have each of the entities involved in as far as giving a security interest in the business, because he's got certain assets in some of the LLCs and other assets in other LLCs. So this is really just a cleanup resolution to make sure we've got proper coverage in case of a default. One thing that did come up to, apparently there's an SBA loan on a portion of the assets. So that will push our interest in the assets possibly to 3rd position. So that did come up in the resolution address as well, so.
But We received an email that he had requested removing his personal residence. Originally, the collateral included his personal residence in St. Lawrence County, and that's been removed.
That was removed at the last revision,
Okay.
the last revising resolution.
Okay.
So this is
So
essentially.
the main collateral is the.
It's gonna be,
second
well, there's three properties. There's the
Okay.
500 Newell Street property, the 212 West Main Street property, and the 981 Waterman Drive property. We're gonna be a second position co-proportional, we'll have a second position co-proportional interest with Watertown Local Development Corporation, second to Watertown Savings, first position interest on those
Okay.
real estate.
They're always in.
So is he actually brewing at the Waterman location?
I
believe so.
Yes.
That's what he
Yeah.
told me.
Yeah, that is his primary brewing. yes.
And he has a bottling line now.
Yes, he does.
Okay, I've read the resolution, we've heard from council what this is about, to clean up using your term. Do we have a
Yes.
motion to accept first? We have a second?
Second.
John, any other discussion or questions? I would direct them to council. There's a lot in here.
yeah, it's a complicated.
It's just, there's a lot to
Going on.
read and you did it a lot easier than me butchering this. Okay, so all in favor, aye?
All right.
Any opposed? This resolution carries. That brings us to the new addition at the end of the packet, which is page 28. Is a ton of Hounsfield contract for sewer system design. First amendment to, and the right page, yeah. First amendment to grant agreement between JCIDA and the town of Hounsfield for the town of Hounsfield Sewer District Number 1 Engineering Design Services. Does not have a resolution number, or does it? No, there's an agreement. The grant agreement supporting preliminary engineering design services, originally executed on August 10th, 2022. This is going through, and the initial $292,000 for preliminary design of the project has been expended. A cost of those additional services is $292,000, indicated in the attachment A. The term of this agreement is extended through September 30th, 2025. JCIDA will provide additional grant of $292,000 to town of Hounsfield, so the town may retain engineering services to complete the project. JCIDA will pay $292,000 to the town upon execution of the contract. The town will provide JCIDA with various copies that those funds have been paid and attestation of proof that the invoices were paid. I think that is really the guts of this document. So it's it would be executed between the town supervisor, Beth Ann Arthur, and Marshall's name is on the bottom. If this resolution is actually an agreement, but if this is passed to allow the agreement to be signed.
Our total grant was $1 million to the project.
I think it's
About a million, little over $1 million for it. We have $1 million to, in the current liability section.
yeah, there on page 30, there's like a reconciliation that kind of shows word amendment for.
Can somebody explain that to me, like amendment, on that project? What my question was, a lot of it's being billed hourly, a lot of it, and half of it's like prorated.
We're not in we're funding it. We're not involved in contracting for engineering, are we?
It's just it's like various phases, is the way I get it.
Is that there?
There's some lump sum and hourly in the breakdown.
Plus, we're extending the duration of this agreement out to September 2025. I don't know if the original one was, but presumably it was earlier. So it's two things. We have to pay a bill, and then we have to then allow the agreement to stay, so that the remaining, project can be built. Which there's, if I read this, it looks like there's 619,000 committed to be spent out of a little more than $1 million.
We spent, or we've given town Hounsfield an initial $292,000.
Yes.
Which appears to be 50% of the engineering.
Mhm.
Now they're billing us or requesting the second
292.
292. And in total would be 6 something.
Yeah, which originally we committed, we thought the project would be about $1 million and we're changing the end date as well.
Well, the ARPA fund grant was a little over $1.4 million.
Okay,
And we have $1.2 million liability.
okay,
The 292 will reduce that liability, comes out of our cash, obviously.
okay.
And so that liability will now be under $1 million.
So with these 4 amendments, we're approximately 50% of what we originally committed.
50% of the engineering fees
Okay,
were paid originally. Now we're paying the second 50.
no, I'm saying the 619 is
Yeah,
around
619.
50% of the 1.2
Oh, yeah,
ish,
okay.
roughly.
Yeah, I would.
Which is also 50% of the engineering
Yeah,
fees at this
yeah.
point, just confusing, okay. Okay, we have a
I'll
first,
second it.
second, any other discussion or questions?
What's the estimated total cost of getting that line down through there? How big of a project is that? This is the engineering piece to get it done, the whole project is said that a 5 million, 6 million, 10 million. Anybody know?
About 4 million.
About 4 million, okay.
They probably won't know until they go to bid.
Right.
Exactly, yeah, I mean, I think it's estimated in that
About 4 or
neighborhood,
5 million, okay.
Yeah.
It's all at once.
Is it still coming across at the old bridge?
yes. Well, it's, yeah, that'll be a new pipe bridge there.
Yeah.
The DOT's putting in, because there's water across there already. Yeah,
First, second, any other discussion? Okay, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? The agreement, it can be
just for the record,
executed.
I will recuse myself. on
Okay,
this.
that's fine,
Thank you.
I understood. So now we skip back, well, not skip back, but under new business, we go back to page 24 of our packet. This is cleanup, resolution number 04.04.2024.02, resolution for authorizing the write-off for the account of receivable from Kenneth Rogers. Whereas Kenneth Rogers passed away on October 18th, 2021, and where staff recommends approval to write off the account receivable from Kenneth Rogers with an outstanding balance of $17,519.31. Lyle, anything to add that's not written here
No, I think
that covers it?
that
Okay,
covers it.
it's just a write-off and we have to approve that. So, do we have a motion to accept this resolution and allow the write-off?
Second.
First, we'll give Dave and then Bill be the second. Any other questions? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the resolution carries, and then lastly, signature one on page 25. Resolution 04.04.2024.03 for authorized signers, whereas the following individuals were recommended to be authorized signers for all accounts of Watertown Savings Bank and Community Bank effective May 3rd, 2024. Robert Elias Jr., David J. Converse, Frank Marco Weir, Dan Madison, and this resolution will allow action to be taken. Do we have a motion to accept?
So moved.
John,
Second,
Lisa, any other questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Joe, anything to add under council? Nope. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposing? Okay, we'll move to the last meeting. which is rather quick. Yeah, we still have the alphabet soup one. I can never remember this one. So we have minutes on page 3. Do we have a motion to accept them as presented?
So moved.
Second? Second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes, Carrie, Paul, tell us about the, no change.
I did not get a copy of it.
Here. There's been 0 change from the last report.
Okay.
So $0 in, $21,000 balance, 21,236.22 balance.
I know,
0 activity otherwise.
sorry, I failed to do that one,
No.
but I just looked at it. It was buried in the pile.
Yeah. You
I
look.
have nothing else to add.
No activity.
Thorough analysis.
Everyone's very thorough now. Okay, so we have treasurer's report. Paul, is that a motion to accept your
Yes.
report? Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Done, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, good. Resolution carries. I should have asked any opposed. It sounded like a resounding aye. Motion carries. There is one, matter on new business, which is the signers, resolution 0404 2024-01, authorized signers, where the following individuals are recommended to be authorized as signers on all accounts of Watertown Savings Bank, effective May 3rd, 2024. Robert Elias Jr., David J. Converse, Frank Marco Weir, Kim Madison. And whereas this resolution will allow the action to take place, so I have a motion to accept the resolution.
So move.
Okay, John,
Second.
Bill, second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn. Any opposed? I'm not even gonna ask all in favor, just all, so if we're silent, we're done. I do have a, Lyle, a question, and probably should have asked it in open public. One of these had community bank listed in addition to Watertown Savings Bank.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I think it was the LDC or IDA had community bank listed in addition to, so.
Yeah, we have two.
Okay, so this, none of the other ones listed community bank, was that purposeful? I probably should have asked that question in open public, but since we're kind of still here, just dawned upon me now.
Good.
We're